Do we notice anything? So I decided to treat myself for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I decided to just go to a brow bar for the first time ever. And I have been on the fence about going to Anastasia's brow bar, I think on Fifth Avenue in Sephora, because I am not a fan of waxing. I prefer threading. So I decided to check out okay, there's like a lot going through my head. The Blink Brow Bar that just opened on the Nordstrom flagship. And I know I'm like so oily and shiny. I just got back from work and I just want to record this process before I clean everything off because I'm really curious about something. So I decided to get this service, and honestly, like I said, I prefer threading. I normally spend $5 to $7 in getting my eyebrows threaded. I'm just gonna pin this back to show both of them. And they've been fine. I know that a couple of maybe new people don't know, but what I post on my Instagram and how I actually make my like just fill in my eyebrows, it's pretty bare bones. Like I mainly like to fill them out in the ends and just leave these a bit faded. And that's about it. I don't go in with concealer or anything else. A little bit of gel, but that's about it. So I decided to get that done. And for the most part, and I will start off with just a bunch of pros. The new level is like a beauty bar service level at Nordstrom is really nice. The people greeting me, and then I was served tea, and it was just very satisfying. I went during lunchtime, which is something I would honestly, if you're gonna go to a brow bar for the first time, I wouldn't suggest doing it in between work because you need to get back to work. Duh. And if something goes wrong, you're gonna have to deal with that the whole rest of the day. That was one thing that had me worried with these. Now, like right now, I do have product on. I have a bit of concealer that the brow definer shapeless, the lady who helped me did put on. Other than that, I have no makeup on except a moisturizer, and that's about it. So these are what they look like. I know that this is a lot, but what I will say, the threading was just fine, and I was curious about their lash services, but I wasn't allowed to do that in the middle of my work day. Like put something on my eyes and expect to work the rest of the day. Who knows what the reaction could have been. So the threading was just fine, and I was laid back. It was a pretty seamless process. She answered all the questions that I had in terms of tinting and what the packages included and all, and that was just fine. Though when I got back up, like I guess sitting flat on my back with the chair reclined, they looked great. Like my eyebrows, my eyes looked much more wider and open. I did have like a bunch of hair here, and especially up here. This is where I get the worst of it. And yeah, after cleaning it up, and then it was looking good, and then I sat back up, and let me get my mirror, hold on. And there's like, that's not aligned right there. I will be taking like much better photos before I go shower to wash off product to see what the difference is. And yeah, they're like pretty straight. I actually like my eyebrows to be like that, like a bit more arched. But I did want to leave it to like a brow technician to just be like, what brow shape do you think fits my face? And you know, I did see the process and it was looking really good, but I think the difference was when I sat up and then how she filled them in, which is why I'm curious how they look like without any product on. So yeah, I do darken it more up here. I make this a lot lighter. So right now they look so weird to me. I don't go crazy with my brows, so I'm just like, I hope they look good. Like, please. But yeah, no, the surface was great. Okay, so in the package, which I will put the total of it there, I mean, the service was great. I'm curious about these products, but that's where the cons come in, at least for one of them. I got this little baggie after the whole thing, and it's nice and cute. And I got these 2 items. The whole package included like threading and then applying the filling of the pencil and just sculpting them. That's it. I'm gonna have to see the results afterwards, after I shower, and I'll update then. It'll be a Frankenstein of a video, but yeah, anyway. So the 2 items that I got was the iconic Ultimate Arch Definer pencil in cardamom, and I got the Nourishing Brow Oil. Apparently, this pencil retails for $36. This oil retails for $35. That's insane. Compared to like the $5 to $7 threading, it is local. I could go there much more often. But since I moved out from Queens, I haven't been able to go as often. So my eyebrows have really been lacking any structure or focus on them. This almost fell out. I got this brow arch definer, and the second that she opened up the item, again, this is in the color cardamom, and I was just fine until she opened up the brush side, and I was like, oh, this looks familiar. Yeah, we've seen that. Okay, so with the package, this was $35. I bought this on sale during the Sephora August sale, and it ended up being almost $19. So there's Fenty for you, and then there's the Ultimate Arch Definer. The brush spoolie looks the same. Going to the pencil end, that's when I was just like, oh no. I don't know if, I mean, I should have asked, I should have checked, of course, but it is like a much thicker pencil, like those triangular ones. And I know that I have this in like a Joa brow pencil that I did buy a while ago to try out. But then Fenty's is like much thinner, which I do prefer this a lot more compared to that. But it honestly doesn't seem too bad. I know for a fact that this side was much thinner than this side here. And I was just embarrassingly like, can I just go to the bathroom real quick to just check this? I should have spoken up, but I had to run and I was hungry. So that's why, give yourself time if you do this for the first time. The service wasn't bad. I'm happy with this. I'm really curious about the oil, and I'm gonna have to update on that. But yeah, as far as right now, like that, I'm gonna zoom in later, but this, I feel like my eyebrows are like down there, or they should start there. But if you can see, like I'm like lightly tapping on that and the color comes out. Like at least it's pretty. It's pretty strong pencil. The Fenty one could be a lot less saturated. It's like very chocolatey brown, and it really stands out on me, not in the best way. Like yeah, there's that difference if you could pick that up. But I'm honestly surprised. I haven't seen these two products talked about each other or talked about together, but that brush is like, you know, wow, this is like the weirdest thing we've seen so far, but it's like, it's been around. I think I'm gonna apply this after I shower, so I'm gonna run to shower real quick, clean off everything. I'm scared. Oh god. So we're back. I took off everything with the soy face cleanser from Fresh. I feel so much better, not oily anymore. And I was told that the product or whatever wasn't going to come off with just water. I did use a cleanser, but just for safe measures, I'm going to go in with some micellar water. I mean, I haven't had my eyebrows threaded in so long that it is a little bit, they're a little bit irritated. That's about it. And I did take some photos. They do look fine. To really get rid of all product, yeah, there's maybe like little bits that came out, and that's about it. So those are my brows. I feel like maybe they do look fine. Naturally, yeah, I'm gonna get used to them. This one needs some work up there. But again, this was the least favorite one. This was the good one. Yeah, let's try the oil. As I mentioned, I did get the Nourishing Brow Oil. And as far as this goes, it seems like it's a bunch of rosemary, lavender, sandalwood, sweet almond. I'm just reading it off the back. And yeah, the only really experience that I had with this in store was when she just took the lid off of one and then just put it on the back of my hand. It did smell really good. Seemed all right. So this is supposed to stimulate growth of the eyebrows. On the side of the box is just nourishing overnight treatment enriched with natural essential oils to help stimulate hair growth. It does suggest to gently roll applicator over cleansed brows every evening. Okay, I guess because the pores are open or whatever. Just rolling on. Oh yeah, just roll on like perfume. You can see that. I honestly brought some Q-tips because I thought I would have to like dip in, but if I just gotta roll it over, I don't know if I'd want to do that. But let's try with the Q-tip. It's gonna get barely any wet. Yeah, that's not doing anything. I'm just gonna roll it on. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's just go over my eyebrow lip balm. What I would be against with this is that it just like falls into my eyes, and I'm pretty sensitive with that type of stuff, but let's hope it works. It does feel nice, if anything, but I mean, after this long day, anything on my eyebrows is gonna feel nice. No, yeah, they look fine. I can't tell if I'm like just sitting or standing crooked because my posture isn't the best. I'm just slanted. Let me take my thing off. Maybe that way it won't look so freaky. All right, so there we go. A bit more functional. I'm just happy that they're clean now. This block, you can see like I feel like this bit was snipped off, but again, I just need to get them equal again. So that was my experience. I decided to just go to a brow bar I've been wanting to for the longest time, and Nordstrom flagship just opened maybe 3 blocks away from where I work. So I decided to just pop in during lunchtime and get this done. I went with Blink Brow Bar because I read that it was threading, and I'm very used to threading at this point. I've been doing it since I was in high school. I haven't tried waxing. Maybe next time I may be curious about Benefits Brow Bar before going to Anastasia's, just because I want to try something different. But yeah, I got this little card with the person who helped me 5 eyebrow shapes and get 1 free. They also do like upper lips and other facial hair removal services. I'm not really that fuzzy on my cheeks or anywhere else. In the meantime, when I haven't been able to go to get my threading done, I've been just using this to get rid of anything. And I was tweezing, but I have stopped, so no more of that. But that's why I was struggling with these, and I just wanted a whole new base and see if they at a brow bar could structure my eyebrows to my face. I'm gonna have to wait and see with the oil. It would be awesome to check in maybe in a month. I'm gonna have to see how long they do suggest for results to kick in. But yeah, if anything, I could just take a nice, good photo now as I was with the product on, and then as completely clean with the oil, and then check back in a month, if not next year. But that won't mean I won't have any other videos in between, don't worry. This was very out of the moment. I was just nervous and I needed to talk to somebody about this because I've never done this before, and it was an experience. I hope they look good. Now I have an extra brow pencil that's essentially the Fenty one, just in a better color for me. Well, I guess that's like the only plus I got here. Anyway, you guys, thanks for listening to me on this. This is in no way any push for you to go to a brow bar. It's just my experience with it as the first time, kind of in a rush because it was in between work and I haven't eaten yet, so it was like a lot going on in that 1 hour that I had. bad, but yeah. Let me know if you guys have had any experience with this, or if you have tried the benefit one, because that's the one I'm really eyeing. But yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Hopefully much more common than we have been. So yeah, bye guys.